Volleyball rolls your way on a Friday morning. An early start for the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles against the undefeated and number one seed Goessel. It is going to be a matchup, a rematch of last year's opening round of the state championships in pool play. Hi, everyone. Welcome to Gross Memorial Coliseum, Fort Hays State University. Frankie Downing along with our studio engineer, Angie Taves. The Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles back to the state championships for the second straight year. Last year they met up with Goessel, who came in again as the number one seed and would battle in the first set, 25-19, before really falling off the table in the second set, 25-5. Then they came back and battled 3 sets against Waverly before falling, and then they got a 3-set winner against St. Paul to finish off. So they got their feet wet last year. Now back here at the state championships with a chance to take on the number one and undefeated Goessel Bluebirds. Now, the Bluebirds last year ended up losing to Centralia, who is back again this year. In fact, they're going to be playing on the court behind us as we are on Court A here at the state championships. They'll play the second time frame match for Centralia. They'll take on Lacrosse. Clifton-Clyde is the matchup against Goessel. I mentioned the Bluebirds are the number one seed coming in 39-0. They were last year before losing to the Panthers in the championship match. And for Clifton-Clyde, they'll have this match, then a break until 11:30. When they're scheduled to take on Roselia Flint Hills, and the final match of the day will be at 12:30. Clifton-Clyde and Waverly will match up in that one. Then, of course, we have Axtell coming your way this afternoon and this evening. The Axtell Eagles will be pitted at 4:30 in their first match, and they will take on Beloit St. John's Tifton. So 3 TVL teams represented here at the state championships, 2 here in 1A Division I, and Axtell later on and into the evening in 1A Division 2, and we have both teams on the court, slapping hands at mid-net, and we're about ready to go for the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles. It'll be a key to keep an eye on Paige Hebert. Now, they took on this team last year, so they don't both teams know each other very, very well. Most components of both teams are back on the court for this year's run. Hebert was the 1A Player of the Year last season for the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles. It runs through Elizabeth Nobert, 181 kills on the season. 95 blocks coming in, all set up by Shaylee Lawson. 401 assists this year. And then Bethany Morgan with 90 kills. You'll see Emily Kaufman up front, Kaylee Bloomfield as well, all in that starting lineup for the Lady Eagles as the teams are seeing the floor official right now, looking at numbers, rotations, identifying captains on both teams, and Goessel will have the opening serve to begin with, and their setter will be the server to start, and that is Alyssa Booten. So you have Allison Meising on the floor. Paige Hebert is missing. Booten will serve. Now, we are underway in the state championships. Clifton-Clyde a pass up front. It's going to be a set for Nobert. Blocked back and out of bounds, and Clifton-Clyde has the early lead here. 1-0. Nobert with an early kill. It was blocked cleanly, but blocked all the way past the back line. And it gives Clifton-Clyde the lead here early, 1-0, and to serve it will be Kaylee Bloomfield. That dig to start for the Lady Eagles coming from their libero. There's a play up front for Hebert, and Paige Hebert puts it away, and we're tied at 1. So it'll be service to Hebert, who will have to retrieve the volleyball here at the Gross Memorial Coliseum. Knock that outside into the runway around the floor here. Fort Hays State. Here's the pass up front from Bloomfield. Back row set, spiked across by Bailey Bowser. Now a play up front for the Bluebirds, and it's spiked in from the left side that time. The spike coming from Eden Hebert. That is the younger sister of Paige Hebert, as we talked about. Paige serving now for the Bluebirds. Clifton-Clyde trails here 2-1 is the score. It says 2-0, but it is 2-1. Here's a pass up front. Lawson sets in the middle. Nobert, and it's blocked back across by Eden Hebert. And it's a 3-1 start here for the Bluebirds in the opening set of this first match. Again, the top 2 teams from each pool, there are 2 14 pools in each division. The top 2 teams from each pool do advance to tomorrow's semifinals. Hebert with the serve. Whiteman. There's Lawson to the back row, and Clifton-Clyde has to set it across. Pass up front. It's the back set now for the Bluebirds, and it's into the right corner, and for the Bluebirds coming out, hitting on all cylinders, Allison Meising getting that one in. So you've seen Paige Hebert, Eden Hebert, and now Meising with plays up at the net. For Clifton-Clyde, it was an opening spike by Elizabeth Nobert that was blocked out of bounds, and that's the lone point thus far for the Eagles. Good dig on the back row. Now a set across by Clifton-Clyde. Lawson up front. This is going to be Meising again, and it's going to be the second straight point from the outside hitter on the right side for the Goessel Bluebirds. And so the scoreboard now is 5-1. Goessel with the lead. Here's Hebert with a serve across. Back row pass from Bloomfield up front and over with the spike. Dug out on the back row. Now a set up front for Meising again. Soft spike across to the back row. Pass up front. Here's a middle set for Nobert. Winds it up and hits it just long. Good swing at it by Nobert that time, but it went just beyond the back line. And now they're going to say it was tipped and count that point, Eagles. So Nobert's spike, the good swing on it we mentioned, their second kill of the game, and it's 5-2, and Clifton-Clyde will have the service. And back to serve for the Eagles is Shaylee Lawson, the 5'3" junior, primary setter for this team. 401 sets coming into the state championships on the year. Here's a set up front for Eden Hebert, partially blocked, now up front. Going to be a set on the far side, blocked back, and trying to save it was Bloomfield. A big block by Meising up front. A swing on the outside for the Lady Eagles that time. A good swing at it by Bethany Morgan, but it was blocked. Looked like it might have been on the way out of bounds, and then as you look close to that blue line, it was well in, so Bloomfield made a good stab at it, just couldn't come up with it. There's a flat-footed spike by the Eagles, and it's misplayed on the opposite side by Booten, and it's points Clifton-Clyde. The Eagles now will trail 6-3 and have the serve for Elizabeth Nobert. Nobert back to serve. Clifton-Clyde, who steadies himself a bit after falling behind 5-1. The other court in the 1A Division II pool play is featuring in the opening match a 5-5 tie that is going on right now between Hoxie and Thunder Ridge. Nobert to serve it. 6-3. Clifton-Clyde trails. It's number 1 undefeated Goessel. Here's a play up front. Blocked back nicely and in. No, it's out of bounds, but it was tipped, I believe, by the Bluebirds. Is that right? Clifton-Clyde confused on the point ball. No, they'll say that was out of bounds, not tipped. Clifton-Clyde ready to serve it. Coach Hildebrand asking for a tip. Now they will go to the side official, the floor official, and ask if there was a tip out of bounds. Now they're going to ask the back row official as well. It went out of bounds, and they're having a conversation with the chair official. It was blocked up front by Clifton-Clyde. It appeared that the celebration, the Eagles knew it was out of bounds off of Goessel, but they'll say no, it was blocked out of bounds and not touched in by the Bluebirds. So it is points to Goessel. That makes the score 7-4. Clifton-Clyde down by 3. Serve on its way across, and this handled in the back row. That's going to be a point to the Bluebirds. 8-4 now. Clifton-Clyde trails here in this opening set of the state championships. The serve for the Bluebirds will be Leah Booten. Clifton-Clyde awaits the service. Across it comes. The pass from Morgan. Now back row set for Nobert. Spike to the back row. Hit by 2 Bluebirds. Now mishandled. Back row spike from Paige Hebert. And now it's going to be a setup for Kayla Bloomfield. Actually, she just has to throw it across on a pass across the net. Now a chance up front for the Eagles. And it's stuffed back across, mishandled on the step that time, and stuffed back in by Gossel's Olivia Dirksen. And now 9-4, Goessel leads it in this opening set. The serve is Leah Booten for the Bluebirds. Now we've got a official's timeout, the floor official with the scorebook, making sure rotations are correct, rechecking her card. Now they're back underway. Nobert to pass. Now pass up front. Soft spike across, and it's in for the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles. A play in the middle coming that time for the Eagles. Bailey Bowser, who gets the shot and the kill. Didn't get a real clean hit on it, but it mistimed everything that Goessel was doing. This is the point to Clifton-Clyde. Serve across for Morgan. Play up front for Eden Hebert. Short spike across. The pass comes from Bloomfield and now set across by Bowser. Back up front. Far side set for Eden Hebert, and she goes cross-court winner, and that'll put the score now at 10-4. Clifton-Clyde edging back from moment to moment, and then Goessel stretches it a bit. 10-4 right now. The lead for the Bluebirds of Goessel, undefeated on the season, 39-0 coming in. Serve on its way across. Nobert, the pass up front. Here's Lawson. The set for Bloomfield. Back road spike picked up by the Bluebirds. Now set up front for Paige Hebert. Good dig on the back row by Morgan. Up front it comes. And a stuff across. Back to the tape and across it comes to Clifton-Clyde. Now set to the back row. Miss hit. Scramble by the Bluebirds. Goessel keeps it in play. Clifton-Clyde can attack again. Lawson, back set. Fired across. It's blocked back home by Hebert. Good spike from Emily Kaufman. But Hebert able to put it back to the back row where no one was home for Clifton-Clyde. And now the score grows to 11-4. The Eagles trail by 7. And the serve will come from Eden Hebert of Goessel. Back row. Morgan passed up front. They've seen a legal hit on the forearm dig by Morgan. So point 12-4 now. Point to the Bluebirds. Hebert is serving. Eden Hebert. Dig from Novert to Lawson. Flat-footed spike across. Almost got the Bluebirds off guard. They will scramble and keep it in play. Novert up front. Lawson set for Bloomfield. Cross-court shot is on the way. Passed up front. Now set across again by Goessel. Chance again for the Eagles. Here's Bloomfield one more time. And that ball is out and not tipped. So point to Goessel. 13-4. The Bluebirds did a tremendous job of just keeping in that point 3 or 4 times. It looked like the Eagles had a winner. And Goessel able to keep it alive. The serve coming from Goessel. The set, back set for Novert. Big time hit and a kill again for Elizabeth Novert. Her third of the first set. And it breaks the momentum gathered by the Bluebirds and makes it 13-5. And the servant will be Emily Kaufman, the 5'9" sophomore for the Eagles. Kaufman serve. Hits tape and won't fall over. And that'll put the score now at 14-5. The lead belongs to the Bluebirds. The servant, Olivia Dirksen. Dirksen brings it across. Back row, they let it go, and it's out. Good decision at the last second by Bethany Morgan. She had the arms out to dig that, and then last second pulled them away, and it was just outside the back line. Clifton-Clyde has it back. The serve coming now from Bailey Bowser near ace. And again, Goessel keeps it alive. Morgan up front to Lawson. Middle set. Far side set for Bloomfield. She gets it to the back row. Now up front, Paige Hebert. Partially blocked by Lawson that time. Now Novert sets it up for Bloomfield and will roll it to the back row. Goessel. Short middle set. Spiked home in the middle this time by Brittany Hebert. 5'10" sophomore. Short quick center that time by Booten, and Hebert put it away. Nearly an ace on the serve from Bowser, but it was kept alive, and eventually the point to Goessel. Booten the serve. Dig on the back row. Pass up front. Novert soft spike. It goes across. Now back again to Clifton-Clyde. Lawson set up for Bloomfield. Blocked again by Hebert, and it is, well, I think out. Yes. Little hesitation from the back row official, wanting to make sure he was seeing the right line, I think. He didn't make a real hard, clear call, but it is a point to Clifton-Clyde, and it's 15-7, and the Lady Eagles will have the service again. And the serve will be for Clifton-Clyde, Taylor Bloomfield. Bloomfield winds it and brings it across. Pass up front. There's a backside set to the back row. Bowser picks it up. To Lawson, to the middle. Novert blocked back. Clifton-Clyde can't keep it alive. They say an illegal hit. They actually got it back across, but on the stuff back by the Bluebirds, Clifton-Clyde couldn't get it cleanly. Goessel again to serve. Pass up front. Good pass on the back row. Now Novert soft spike across. Goessel back set Meising. Picked up again by the Eagles. Here's a set across to Morgan. Has to set it to Goessel's side of the court. Meising again. Back row, and Bowser unable to handle the spike from Meising. Got a hand on it, that was all. The score now 17-7. Bluebirds lead it. Opening set of this first match of the state championships. Paige Hebert will serve it now for Goessel. And near ace, and it will be. The dig on the back row by Clifton-Clyde actually went up and over the dividing net between the courts here at Gross Memorial Coliseum. So an ace for Hebert. 18-7. There's a pass on the back row up front now to Lawson. Set across from Bowser. Up front, Luton. Short middle set, and finding pay dirt with Meising that time. Didn't get it cleanly. You could see her even frustrated as she walked back, but it fell in. Timeout, Clifton-Clyde. It's 19-7. Goessel has the lead in the opening set of your state championships. You're listening to Lady Eagle Volleyball on KCLY.
With fall harvest in the bin, it's time to plan next season's bumper crop with Oldie seed, corn, and soybean varieties. We take pride in the latest technology. Oldie will be one of the first to bring our family of producers the latest Extend, Liberty Link, and Enlist soybean varieties. This season, if you want to give your fields a big Wildcat first down, plant a high-performance corn or soybean variety from Oldie Seed, proud sponsor of Kansas State football.
An old battery can stop you cold. If you're not sure your battery has the power you need to get through another season, it's better to be safe than sorry. Stop in at Hanson Ford and get a Motorcraft-tested tough battery. Plus, get a $25 mail-in rebate with the purchase of a Motorcraft battery now through December 31st at Hanson Ford. Motorcraft batteries provide dependable power for today's high-technology vehicles across a wide range of conditions. See Hanson Ford of Clay Center. Ford, go further.
Back again at Gross Memorial Coliseum, 1A State Championships, Division I 1A Volleyball. Clifton-Clyde here for the second straight year, and for the second straight year running into the number one seed, the Goessel Bluebirds. And trailing right now, there's an ace. Paige Hebert makes it 19-8. And actually, they did correct the score during the break. They had it 19-7, and during the break, they corrected that score to 19-8. But Paige Hebert with her second straight ace coming out of the timeout. Hebert again to serve it. This time a soft serve across. Dug out. Lawson. It's Nobert setting it across. Now it'll be a chance for the Bluebirds up front. Meising on the outside and blocked by Morgan and almost dug by Nobert. The block from Morgan went into net. Nobert kept it alive, but then it fell to the Eagles side of the court. It's 20-8 now. Goessel with the lead. First set of your state championships. Serve across. Back row passed up front. Now the set for Nobert. Back row in. Point Clifton-Clyde. The fourth kill now for Elizabeth Nobert on the day. Goessel let that one go over the top thinking it was long, and it stuck in the back line. And so 20-9 now, the lead for Goessel. The servant will be Shaylee Lawson, 5'3" junior, the primary setter for the Eagles. Now again, they're looking at rotations and the scorebook. Score official's been busier than she wants to be, I think. They've had a couple of scoring discrepancies. Now, again, with the rotation or scoring, one of the two they're looking at. That's why there's a break in the action here. Reminder coming up this afternoon after Clifton-Clyde plays their three today. By the way, the Eagles matchups will be this one, of course, against Goessel just in the first set. And then they'll also play at 11:30 against Roselia Foothills. Their final match of the day at 12:30 against Waverly. And then we'll move to Division II later today with the Axtell Eagles. Here's a serve from Lawson. And they let it go long, and it does go out. So a point, 21-9. It is Goessel with the lead. In the Bluebirds, undefeated last year coming to state, made it to the title matchup before falling to Centralia out of the TVL. Panthers back again this year, along with Clifton-Clyde and Axtell from the Twin Valley League. Here's the serve across into net coming from Alina Cook, and that'll be points Clifton-Clyde. So it's 21-10, and Elizabeth Nobert has the service. Nobert winds it up, serve across, and we've got a warning on Clifton-Clyde. Nobert went before the officials were ready. Getting the score official over with the scores table. Now we're ready. So re-cue it. No damage done. Nobert with the serve. Here's the set up front. Eden Hebert, and it's blocked right into the chair official. Good attempt by Emily Kaufman, but the point goes to Goessel. And they'll have service back now. And to serve will be Leah Booten. Clifton-Clyde trying to tread some water here in the first set and maybe just get comfortable against this team before they go to set number two. And the violation up front, Lawson just went up to set it and then pushed it across with the one hand. And they say she carried it across the net, and it's 23-10. Goessel the lead and the serve. Booten with it across. Novert. The Lawson forearm back row set goes to Bloomfield. Spike to the back row. Now up front, Eden Hebert cross court winner, 24-10. Goessel leads it here. So the serve for the opening set will be Booten. That's Leah Booten, 5'9" sophomore. And an ace service to close it out, 25-10 in his first set. 25-10, Clifton-Clyde falls to the number 1 and undefeated Goessel Bluebirds. Set 2's on the way. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Whether you want the tried and true seedweed varieties or a blend of the latest in the field of genetic innovations suited for your specific soil conditions, Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales wants to be your source for seedweed and starter fertilizer. Let us explain all the details and then place your order to ensure we have enough on hand. We can also add treatment to your seedweed to protect it while it gets established and ready for a harsh winter. This is Blaze. Stop in and see us at Wilbur Ellis and Reed Seed Sales.
If you took a lot of pictures over the summer, print them off. Make copies for family and friends, or enlarge your favorites. It's fast and easy with the photo stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack. You can print from your phone, Facebook, camera memory cards, and USB thumb drives. The helpful staff at Patterson's will be glad to help get you started. Save and share those precious memories. Use the picture stations at Patterson Health Mart Pharmacy and Radio Shack, downtown Clay Center.
I was going over paperwork in central office when in sauntered.
The name's Bond. I'm needing to lay low. I thought maybe selling office supply products would be a good disguise.
Well, we do offer great savings on items such as Laurel office furniture, desk, chairs, filing cabinets, and more, plus over 1,000 Business Source office supply items, house brands, but same great quality.
Perfect. And what do you think about this big rubber nose and mustache?
They'll never recognize you. Folks, for all your office furniture and supply needs, come see us at Central Office Service and Supply in Clay Center.
You're not sure what's for dinner until you walk by the deli department at Ray's Apple Market, and those mouth-watering aromas stop you dead in your tracks, luring you toward the deli window to see the savory selections. Golden crisp Chester chicken, savory baked chicken, juicy, tender chicken strips, and all the nutritious vegetables and tasty sides to complete your hot meal to go. You know what's for dinner. It's something fresh, hot, and delicious from the deli at Ray's Apple Market.
A big harvest means lower profits, right? Not necessarily for farmers who market their grain through Central Valley Ag.
Really, that's favorable for our break-even.
CVA's Pro-Edge Grain Sales Manager, Luke Beckman, says knowing your break-even is the key to maximum profit.
What do our margins look like? What does a profitable sale look like?
Maximize your grain profits. Contact your nearest Central Valley Ag. They'll put you in touch with your personal Pro-Edge risk management consultant.
Central Valley Ag, where the customer comes first.
The Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles running into a bit of a buzzsaw early in Goessel, and we certainly knew coming in how good they were. We saw them last year. The Lady Eagles lost 25-19, 25-5. I think coming back second year, you're a little more used to the atmosphere and the personnel, but Goessel was swinging it in rhythm in that first set. So the Lady Eagles lose 10-25. Set number 2 about to go. Clifton-Clyde should have the opening serve in this set. So we'll see the officials again, making sure all is in order, and it will be Bailey Bowser who will serve it for Clifton-Clyde to start. I had Elizabeth Novert unofficially 4 kills. Bowser had 1 as well, and a 10-25 loss to Goessel. Set 2 now underway on the serve from Bowser. Pass up front. Here's a set across now, and a spike home from Paige Hebert. And so Hebert puts Goessel on top 1-0 here early. And Hebert will step back to serve now. Clifton-Clyde down 1-0. There's a play up front. Lawson. Bloomfield back row. Winner. Kaylee Bloomfield gets it in and over the top that time of the blocker up front, and then found open area on the back of the floor. And so Clifton-Clyde has it tied at 1-1. That'll give the serve now to Bloomfield after getting the point up front. Lady Eagles tied 1 apiece. The serve comes across. Pass up front and mishandled 2-1. Clifton-Clyde the lead. Missed hit at the front row by Goessel. The Bluebirds fall behind by 1. Clifton-Clyde takes the early lead here 2-1. Serve across from Bloomfield once more, up toward the front of the row. Now mishandled again. It's 3-1. Booton tried to set it off the pass up front near the tape, and Clifton-Clyde goes on top 3-1. Again, Bloomfield to serve. Passed up front. And now a middle set across. Clifton-Clyde's got a chance. Here's Lawson. Far side set. Morgan backs up, puts it to the back row. Good dig on the back side. Now it's Edenhebert setting it across. Good dig for Clifton-Clyde. Pass up front. Nobert sets it across. Pushed back. Now Nobert's a big hit. It's pulled up on the back row by Cook. Now a big hitter by Edenhebert. Now stuffed, but out of bounds. That's point Clifton-Clyde. The Lady Eagles lead 4-1. The Eagles battling up at the front net. Edenhebert went up, tried to guide it away from the blocker, but guided it too far outside the line. Bloomfield again to serve. Took the pass up front. Booton, the set, far side to Edenhebert. Diving attempt by the Eagles. Bloomfield got a hand on it, but that's all. But again, Clifton-Clyde leads 4-2 in this second set. And now back to serve for the Bluebirds is Cook. And it went long, but it was tipped. Just tipped on the back row, and so that point will belong to Goessel. And now the serve comes across. And out of bounds. Good decision by the Eagles on the sideline. And back to serve will be Lawson. Shaylee Lawson set to serve it. And it's going to go long. It's got too much air underneath of it, and now the score is 5-4. Clifton-Clyde the lead here in set number 2. Bluebirds back to serve. Leah Booton will have that service. Bowser, Hoffman, Bloomfield on the back row for the Eagles. Bloomfield with the pass. Here's Lawson. Back row set up for Bowser. Comes across. Now up front. Booton sets it for Edenhebert. It's blocked nicely up front. Nobert and Kaufman both there, but it's out of bounds. And the service stays with Leah Booton of Goessel. Serve across. Bloomfield to Lawson. Here's a set up front for Kaufman to the back row, just outside the line. Cook made the decision late to let it go, and it just snuck outside the back row. And now Goessel take the lead back after the Lady Eagles had led 4-2. It's now 6-5. Serve across, picked up by Kaufman. Now in the back row, Bowser brings it across, passed up front, middle set, and spiked home in the front row, that time by Olivia Dirksen of Goessel. 7-5 now. The Lady Eagles trail by 2. Battling here in set number 2 after down 1-0, 25-10. They lost the first one. Serve across. Pass up front. Here's Lawson. Good opportunity. The set for Nobert, and it will be just wide. It caught tape. Cost her a point up front, and they could just caught that tape and guided it out of bounds. So it'll be service coming across again to the Eagles. Here's Lawson. The set up front. This is put across by Kaufman. Now Goessel will set it across. Place it, or Clifton-Clyde's got a chance here. Lawson up front. Here's the spike across from Emily Kaufman. Now Ebert again, softly across. Lawson sets it to the back row. Misplay. Point. Clifton-Clyde. Shaylee Lawson gets the kill that time by just finding an open area. Cook got a hand on it, but then it bounded all the way back to the back of the court here at Gross Memorial Coliseum, and Elizabeth Nobert sets to serve it. Across it comes. Here's the set up front for Edenhebert, and middle back row good. 8-6. Goessel will lead by 2. Edenhebert will be back to serve it now for the Bluebirds. Lady Eagles are battling here in set 2 after losing 25-10 in that first one. The serve from Hebert. Passed up front. Now the middle set. And pushed across. Nice play by Kaufman. Great dig then by Bloomfield. And Clifton-Clyde stays alive. Twice the ball looked like it was down. Now a big hit by Paige Hebert. And Goessel gets the point. But a tremendous rally by the Lady Eagles to find a way to stay in that point. And now it'll be Edenhebert again to serve it. Cross it comes. And now the spike up front from Bowser. Now Hebert, and it's blocked. Hoffman frustrated. She got a good hand on it, but it went out of bounds. And back to serve is Hebert again. On its way across, back row. And missed hit on the back row. Bloomfield tried to pass it up front to Lawson. It squirts out of bounds. And now 12-6. Goessel has reclaimed the advantage in this one, leading by 6 now. Clifton-Clyde got off to a quick start in the second set, but now down 12-6. There's the pass up front. Lawson sets it across. Now back it comes. Hoffman, Lawson, cross to Bowser, blocked, but picked up by Bloomfield. Now a dig hit by Lawson, and it ends up falling out of bounds. And a point to Goessel, 13-6. Hebert to serve. On its way across, Bloomfield to Novert, and now set across by Bowser. Pass up front for Goessel. Bluebird's going to swing at it. That's Paige Hebert again. And now 14-6 and a timeout taken by the Lady Eagles. Clifton-Clyde trailing here. It is a 14-6 matchup. We're back right after this.
Twin Valley proudly announces our new Pulse Gigabit Internet. Available now in Clay Center. Equal to 1,000 megabits per second, our new speeds can support all your devices, all at the same time. Stream movies, download content, surf the web, and more. No buffering and no waiting. So what are you waiting for? New customers who call today get 2 months free internet service. Visit twinvalley.net or give us a call at 800-515-3311. Twin Valley Pulse. Your life connected.
Back again at Gross Memorial Coliseum. 1A state championship coverage of the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles here on KCLY. Clifton-Clyde trailing 25-10 after the first set loss, and now down in the second set 14-6. Although they got out to a quick start, they were up 5-2 at one time, and then Goessel able to turn it around and take the lead now by 8. Eden Hebert to serve it for the Bluebird. Novert pass up front near the tape, stuff back across in the middle that time by Olivia Dirksen. To the point to the Bluebirds, and now 15-6 their lead. That's coming out of the Clifton-Clyde timeout taken by Coach Hildebrand. Hebert to serve it. And Novert somehow dug that out of there. Then Hoffman kept it alive. Bowser gets it across. Play up front. Good shake by Bloomfield. Here's a set from Kaufman to Bowser. Stuff back across. Nearly saved by Bowser. Diving attempt in from Morgan. But it'll be points again to the Bluebirds. Now 16-6. They lead it here in set number 2. They lead 1-0. Hebert to serve. There's the dig by Bloomfield. Morgan. The set across comes from Bowser. Back row Cook up front. Booth sets it now for Paige Hebert. Partially blocked. Nicely done by Bowser. Clifton-Clyde tries to stay in the point, and the set up front from Novert toward the net. Caught tape and then fell on the Eagles' side of the floor. 17-6 now. Goessel leads it. Frustrating for Clifton-Clyde against this Bluebirds team. And a short service dug out by Bloomfield. Here's Lawson in the middle. Good spike across. Dug out again by Goessel. Now Cook gets the dig off the stuff by Kaufman. Now it's to the back row. Bloomfield, good dig, but it goes across and out of bounds. A bullet of a spike that Bloomfield was able to get her hands on, but it goes out of bounds at 18-6. Goessel the lead. Eden Hebert has been on a string of serves here and a string of points for the Bluebirds. Back row set up for Novert mistimed, and a point again to Goessel. Novert will get a breather. Tracy Rudolph in for her is that libero jersey on. Here's the serve across. Dig by Bloomfield. Saved then by Lawson. It's put across by Morgan. Play up front for Paige Hebert. Nicely done by Bowser and Kaufman to keep it alive. Now up front, Morgan gets a great swinging one. Bethany Morgan gets her first kill and knocked it across off the hands of the blocker and out of bounds. A really terrific job by first Bowser and Kaufman on the block of Hebert. Then Lawson got the good set across and the slam by Morgan. Here's the serve by Morgan. But a diving dig from Cook on the back row to keep that one alive. Well, the back row pass from Morgan. Punches it across. Up front, middle set, and spikes home again. That is Dirksen, who hits another one in the middle. Point to Goessel. It's 20-7. Bluebirds led by Hebert up front, but Meising and Dirksen have had big games at the net as well in this first match. Here's big hit up across by Kaufman, but out of bounds. 21 now, 21-7, I should say. Clifton-Clyde trailing to the number 1 seed Bluebird. Undefeated at 39-0 coming into the state championships, and certainly throwing their cloud around here early in this opening match. Here's the pass up front from Morgan. Set across now by Lawson, trying to get the Bluebirds off guard. Goessel does keep it alive. Here's the pass to Lawson. Back set. Kaufman soft across. Picked up by the Bluebirds. Now up front, Paige Hebert. She'll soft spike it. Partially blocks it into net by Kaufman and Bowser again on that double block try against Paige Hebert, and it's 22-7. For the Eagles on defense right now, but trailing big in the second set, down 1-9. Here's Morgan to Lawson. Back set up front, and Kaufman had to try to fist it up there, and Hebert gets the stuff. And so 23-7 now. Goessel starting to take real control of this first match of the state championships. Third for the back row, here's Morgan. Pass up front, and partial block on a stuff by Bloomfield, and then thrown across that time in the middle by Brittany Hebert. Just with the left hand, reached up and swung at it, caught it with the fingertips. So they're going to call this point 55. Excuse me, that was a miss. They said she carried it across. So she kind of caught it and threw it back there. It's 23-8. It gives the serve now to Emily Kaufman for Clifton-Clyde. Across he comes. The pass up front and a mishandle, but Goessel gets it across. Lawson. Far side set. Bloomfield to the back row, picked up by the Bluebirds. Now again, Paige Hebert lines it up, partially blocked, kept alive by Kaufman. Now up front, it's set across by Bowser. Backside set, and it hits Tate, but comes in, and that was Brittany Hebert with the point. And now it'll be Goessel serving for match point at 24-8. Alyssa Booten back to serve. Goessel for the opening match here at the state championships. Booten to serve across. Morgan diving attempt, but it's an ace to end it. And Clifton-Clyde will fall in this first match to the number 1 seed Goessel Bluebirds, 25-10, 25-8. Going to take a timeout, come back, wrap up, let you know what's still to come today in the state championships. We'll be back in just a moment.
Farmway Co-op, your partner in growth.
Invest locally today for a better community tomorrow. Since 1911, Farmway, your local cooperative, continues to serve customers and its community with professional service and value-added products for all your agricultural and energy needs to plant the crop, take care of the crop, and store the grain after harvest. When looking for a resource or an extra hand for your farm, turn to Farmway, your cooperative.
Todd here at Wall's True Value. I got to thinking, if you get an 11% rebate on everything you buy, maybe everything you buy is priced 11% too high to start with. Just saying. If you want fair prices within easy driving distance of your home, shop at Wall's True Value 7 days a week for lumber, appliances, hardware, and lots of stuff you need. No silly sales gimmicks, just solid products from solid people 100% of the time at Wall's True Value in beautiful downtown Clay Center. Yes, 7 days a week for you.
Geissler Roofing and Home Improvement, we've got you covered.
Did the recent storm cause damage to your roof? Call Geissler Roofing and Home Improvement in Concordia now to have a member of our team provide an estimate to restore your roof. Geissler Roofing and Home Improvement has been replacing and installing commercial and residential roofs for over 35 years. You can trust the Geissler team to get the job done right.
Well, the Clifton-Clyde Lady Eagles ran into a number 1 seed that was opening up. Sometimes you hope you hit somebody early in the day and maybe they're a little flat. Not the case in this one. Goessel undefeated at 39-0 now, 40-0, came out prepared, ready, and really swinging it with efficiency and with power. Clifton-Clyde just couldn't keep up in this one against the number 1 seed, Goessel Bluebirds. It is a 25-10, 25-8 loss. Elizabeth Nobert leading the way up at the net with 5 kills unofficially in the 2 sets together. Bethany Morgan had a couple. Bloomfield had a couple. Bowser with 1 as well in the match. But again, Goessel just too strong in this one for the second straight year. Clifton-Clyde will fall in the opening match against the Bluebirds. Now they get set to take on Roselia Flint Hills. That match is scheduled to start at 11:30 here on KCLY. Then they'll have one more immediately following at 12:30, and that matchup will be against Waverly. Roselia Flint Hills is the number 4 seed at 34-3. Waverly, the 5 seed, at 33-4. We'll have the matches for you live, and then again we'll cover Axel in the afternoon evening session. Their first match will be at 4:30 this afternoon, and they will face off in that opening match against Wheatland Grinnell. Then they'll play immediately following at 5:30 against Tipton, or against Beloit St. John's Tipton. Their final match will be at 7:30. You'll get dual coverage. Play Center Tiger football from Concordia will be on the air, and I'll be with Phil Casper here at Fort Hays State University when Axel takes on Burton. We'll give you dual coverage at that time. So next match, 11:30, Clifton-Clyde will face Roselia Flint Hills in the second match of full play here in the 1A Division I State Championships. We'll continue with more coverage at 11:30 of Clifton-Clyde Eagles volleyball.